Hi and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be covering a pay stub or a paycheck stub, how to read it and understand like the different parts of it. So let's get started. So as a quick disclosure, the pay stub that you're going to see on the screen is completely fake. I just made it in a document on like Word because there are so many different templates out there. So I just wanted to give you guys like an example of a potential layout, but there's a lot and I'm going to try to post a couple examples of variations of them. But again, the numbers are fake, the information is fake. It's for Tommy Pickles. So if you don't know the Rugrats, I'm a 90s kid, so just trying to keep it relevant, I guess. The reason why I decided to make this video is because there are people out there who don't really know how to read a pay stub or like what information on the pay stub is relevant and how to check for errors. So I just wanted to highlight the different parts. Also because not a lot of people are getting them physically anymore and there's like on an online portal and they don't know what things mean. So I am trying to fill in that gap. A paycheck stub, an earnings statement, a pay stub generally has 4 sections. The first section is the personal and the check information. So personal as in information about the employee, and then check information is information about the check that is being provided. 2 is earnings or income. 3 is deductions, and that generally includes your taxes and your other deductions. And 4 is the summary. Now, depending on the company, you may have additional sections. So another popular section to have is a leave summary. So that would be where your paid time off or PTO, vacation time, sick time, things of that nature, and how many hours you have accrued and how many hours you have in the bank, so to speak, will be displayed. Now, if you split your check, so that means that your direct deposit or your check goes to different accounts or is written out to different accounts, then there might be an additional section and it might look like this. All right, so let's start with that first section, which is personal/check. So here, generally, you're gonna find the employee name, sometimes address and social security number. If you're at a big place, then you might also have an employee ID, department, which location you're at, job title, and sometimes they'll also include your current pay rate up here. You also might find marital status with a number, and that will affect how much is taken out from your check for federal and potentially state taxes. So this marital status and the number is like the number of exemptions, and it should match what you selected when you filled out your W-4. So this is one spot to check out for to make sure that you're being taxed how you want to be taxed. Finally, you're gonna have the check information, which is gonna list the pay period dates. Sometimes it will list the pay dates or the direct deposit dates. And then if it's a check, it'll have a check number. If it's a direct deposit, occasionally they will put like a direct deposit confirmation number here. All right, so next is the gross earnings or income section. This section will generally list out all the types of pay you received for this particular billing period. So for some, it might say units, others it might say hours. I'm showing you both. There's also a section that will have rate and then a final column for earnings. Some options that you might see for types of pay will be regular, overtime, sick, vacation, admin, bonus, tips, salary. Again, it varies on your job and the way that they do their payroll. Now, there also might be a YTD or year-to-date column, so don't be alarmed if you see a number here that is larger than what you are being paid. Year-to-date is cumulative, meaning it's the running total of what has been paid in the calendar year. At the bottom, you should see this that says gross, and that is just the total amount for all of the pay types that you are eligible for in that pay period. Now, we're going to move on to deductions/withholdings. This is most people's least favorite part, because this is where you see all the money that gets taken out of that gross pay. So this spot is supposed to break down what amount went to what and to cover what. And what I mean by that is that here it lists taxes, but it can also include insurance premiums, retirement contributions, garnishments, things of that nature. Now, some pay stubs will have a tax section that is separate from the deduction section. So that's on the screen right now. And then other here will list taxes first and then additional stuff. So I'm just showing you both. There are other common variations of this. So there might be a pre-tax and a post-tax breakdown. And then there's also sometimes the employee taxes versus employer taxes. So you get to see what taxes your employer paid on your behalf and then the taxes that get pulled from your check, because there is an employee contribution part for your taxes. So really quick, I also want to include on the screen a table of terms, acronyms that mean the same thing, because payroll companies can use different acronyms. And so I want you to just be aware that these things generally mean the same thing. So if you switch jobs and you see a different initial for this thing, then that's what it means. So again, On the screen, you're now going to see a table of terms, and if you want, screenshot it or shoot me an email on the contact page if you want me to email it to you. Now back to the deduction section. Generally, again, there's a current column and then the year-to-date column. I want you to make sure that you are paying attention, because this is also the spot where you can double check to see if they are taking out the correct amount of taxes for you based off of the exemptions that you've claimed. If you need help with that, you can use online calculators to plug in your state, plug in the amount that you are supposed to receive, plug in what is your marital status and what is the number of deductions that you would claim, and then it will give you the right amounts, so you can use that to double check, because there are times where payroll companies may accidentally take out more or not take out enough, and then you will be on the line for it later. Finally, there's generally a summary section. It's going to say your gross pay, your deductions, and your net pay. Net pay is the amount that the check is written for. So yeah, that covers the sections of a pay stub. I also included that table for you so you can see different acronyms that mean the same thing. So that way you don't have to be like, wait, what is this? There are, again, a bunch of different formats. They might look prettier. Payroll companies like Gusto or ADP have their own template and it's very standardized, but across the different payroll companies, they don't look the same. If you want, you can go and just Google like paycheck stubs and you could see a bunch of different templates. But that way you get an idea of how things are arranged, what you should be looking for, and I hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below or just say hi. I'm a one-woman team, so anytime you see Detail responding, it's actually me. For those of you who are new to the channel, thanks for tuning in. If you could do me a favor, please give this video a like and consider subscribing. Every week I post a personal finance topic, usually either as an FAQ or a topic breakdown, to help make people go from bad with money to proud to tell. For those of you who are subscribers and are tuning in again, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate that you are continuously watching my videos. I appreciate that some of you are engaging with me and putting comments in the videos. Thank you so much. I love responding to them. And I also appreciate those who are sending these videos to their friends. I do get notifications. Well, I get emails saying like how many shares I get from the channel, and it's really cool to be seeing it climb. So I appreciate that you guys are doing your part in spreading the message and making personal finance topics less intimidating and helping people learn more. So until the next video, I hope you have a great one. Bye.